Michael Saylor just announced he's buying more Bitcoin. Strategy is about to cross 800,000 BTC in total holdings. Analysts say tomorrow's announcement could be one of his largest ever. All that's thanks to STRC, the digital credit buying machine that just won't stop. The bears couldn't short him. The accumulation continues. Here's today's big story. Hey everyone, it's Sunday, which means Michael Saylor is on X posting about Strategy's Bitcoin buying a strategy. We've got a new SEC filing dropping tomorrow, and of course, all eyes are on Strategy's total holdings. Let's flip over to BitcoinTreasuries.net. Strategy holding at 780,897 Bitcoin, about 3.7% of the total Bitcoin supply that will ever be. Of course, we know the hard cap at 21 million Bitcoins, but want to turn attention over to the average cost basis, sitting now at 75,580 at press time, below the current price of Bitcoin for the first time in months. All of this signals that Strategy's accumulation pace might only accelerate going forward. We're going to flip it over to what analysts are saying, going over to Grain of Salt on Twitter, estimating that Strategy's buy on Monday could be over 30,000 Bitcoin, one that would put it in the top 3 largest Bitcoin buys that Strategy has ever made. And of course, the elephant in the room is STRC. Michael Saylor last week selling enough of the preferred stock to, according to estimates, purchase 25,000 Bitcoin or more. Let's flip back to the total 780,000. That would bring Strategy's total holdings to over 805,000 Bitcoin. Why is that important? Well, it's the pacing. Obviously, at times we know Strategy has been buying a lot of Bitcoin, but really you have to look at the numbers to be impressed. 58 Bitcoin a minute at some times during last week, 1 Bitcoin per second. That's how much volume is going into this digital credit product that is paying out now a semi-monthly dividend. On Friday, Strategy announced a bombshell, noting that Strategy would migrate from a once-a-month dividend payment to semi-monthly, paying twice during the period. This is important. One of the reasons STRC's buying has been so choppy is, of course, this dividend payment. Investors rush in to claim the dividend. They sell post-ex-dividend date, sending the STRC price below the $100 threshold, over which Strategy starts accumulating Bitcoin. So, of course, if this passes a shareholder vote, could radically change Strategy's buying via STRC to the point where it's buying Bitcoin all day, every month without diluting shareholders. Switching over now to the big news that could drop on Monday, the neck-and-neck race on Bitcoin treasuries. Strategy projected to hold more Bitcoin than BlackRock by Monday. Of course, the news site publishing this last week, projecting that Monday will bring this milestone whereby BlackRock will be dethroned and the ETF will no longer be the primary vehicle by which most investors have exposure to Bitcoin. Of course, you don't have to rely on Wall Street or any centralized custodian to hold your Bitcoin. In fact, the history of Bitcoin paved with the misfortunes of those who trusted actors. You can go to Trezor.io, check out the new Trezor Safe 7, the latest and greatest in Bitcoin-only hardware devices. Use the promo code Rizzo to take 5% off your purchase. We appreciate it. Thanks for supporting the show.